Masai Mara is where the instinct for survival is displayed most clearly on the African continent. There is no safe zone and no pause. A single slow step or a delayed turn of the head can end life instantly. On grasslands that appear calm, pairs of eyes hide in the bushes. Beneath a river that seems still, sharp jaws wait for the moment to close. Every square yard here is the result of natural selection, where only those that adapt will survive. The Mara River is not only a source of water, but also a boundary between life and death. The plains are not merely feeding grounds, but battlefields for all species. Every heartbeat and every breath is measured by predators. The Mara River is not just a flow of water across the grasslands. It is a dangerous boundary between two lands, one side offering a chance of survival, the other a constant threat. Each year, millions of wildebeests, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles must cross this river during the Great Migration. This is when the Mara ecosystem reveals its most ruthless nature. Beneath the surface, Nile crocodiles wait, reaching lengths of up to 16 feet and possessing the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom. They are opponents not to be underestimated. Their strength lies in their ability to stay hidden in the water and launch surprise attacks. A single mistake or a slowed reaction from prey can end its life within seconds. However, crocodiles also have limits. They cannot hunt agile prey on land and must rely on the river's terrain to gain an advantage. On the riverbanks, the battle for food is no less fierce. Lionesses are the most efficient hunters here. They often follow migrating herds, using the chaos at crossing points to make attacks easier. Their strength lies in cooperative strategies and silent stalking. However, if they fail to coordinate or face prey that fights back aggressively, they may leave empty-handed. Spotted hyenas also take part in this competition for survival. They are not only scavengers, but also organized hunters. With powerful jaws and endurance in pursuit, hyenas can bring down prey when working as a group. Hyenas are at a disadvantage in direct confrontations with lions. Cheetahs have unmatched speed. Reaching more than 60 miles per hour in pursuit, they strike quickly. Targeting the weaker members of a herd, but they lack the strength to defend their catch. This often causes cheetahs to lose their prey to other predators such as hyenas or lions. Leopards choose a strategy of concealment and ambush. They do not need top speed, but have powerful leaps and effective stalking techniques. Their advantage is the ability to climb trees and hide kills to avoid theft, but their weakness is solitary behavior and the need to avoid conflict with stronger predators. Every step and every decision can mean life or death. Here, the strong do not always win. But the careless are certain to be removed from the cycle of survival. Lions hold the top position in the predator hierarchy. With powerful bodies and coordinated group hunting skills, they pose a constant threat to herbivores. However, lions depend heavily on hunting in prides and often fail when hunting alone or when chasing agile prey. They can also lose their kills to other species if they do not maintain complete dominance. African elephants are the largest land animals. Usually traveling in herds to search for water and food. They have strong memories, can detect ground vibrations from long distances, and avoid dangerous areas. However, elephants require large amounts of food and water each day, making them vulnerable when resources are scarce, especially during extended dry seasons. Black rhinos are rare and always alert. With sharp horns and a strong defensive nature, they are seldom attacked by predators. However, they are solitary animals, react aggressively when they feel threatened. And can sometimes pose unnecessary danger to non-predatory species. Leopards use terrain and tree cover to ambush prey. Their strengths are agility, climbing ability, and the habit of hiding kills after a hunt. But because they hunt alone and lack physical strength compared to larger predators, they often lose their kills to hyenas or lions. African buffalo rely on strong collective defense. They live in large herds and respond quickly to attacks. When acting together, buffalo can drive off even lions. Cheetahs are the fastest animals on the planet. Capable of reaching speeds over 60 miles per hour in seconds. Giraffes use their exceptional height to reach high foliage, avoiding competition with shorter herbivores. But due to their large size and slow movement, giraffes are vulnerable when young or when crossing open terrain. Zebras migrate in large herds, using their numbers for mutual protection. They have sharp vision and remain highly alert, enabling the herd to respond quickly to danger. At the center of survival for all these species is the Mara River. Stretching over 240 miles, it provides water, fertile soil, and supports a thriving riparian ecosystem. But this river is also a crossing point where many animals must face Nile crocodiles and other lurking dangers. Masai Mara is not only rich in species numbers, but also displays a wide variety of survival strategies. where life is inseparable from risk, competition, and continuous evolution. Among the dominant predators of the Masai Mara ecosystem, the Nile crocodile holds a unique position. It is not as fast as the cheetah, nor as mobile as the lion, yet this reptile possesses an almost perfect hunting strategy, based on stillness, muscular strength, and precise timing. The Nile crocodile is the second largest reptile in the world, surpassed only by the saltwater crocodile. It can reach lengths of up to 23 feet and weigh over 200 pounds. Its solid body structure, powerful jaws, and strong neck muscles allow it to deliver a bite with extreme force, strong enough to drag an adult prey animal underwater in an instant. Despite its massive size, the crocodile is an effective ambush hunter. It remains almost motionless while waiting, keeping its body close to the water's surface and blending into mud and riverside vegetation. This is a major advantage in open environments with few hiding places. The crocodile's patience allows it to stay still for hours, waiting for a single opportunity. At the Mara River, warthogs are among the most common targets of Nile crocodiles. When approaching the water's edge to drink, warthogs often display caution. The crocodile does not need to move much. It hides completely beneath the murky water, exposing only its eyes and nostrils, the only parts needed for vision and breathing. This is a significant advantage that makes the crocodile a master of ambush hunting. While lowering its head to drink. At that moment, the distance between the warthog and the river is minimal, and the crocodile's explosive lunge is almost impossible to avoid. In the harsh wilderness of the Mara River, the warthog is not a species known for offensive strength, but it possesses an effective escape strategy. Speed is its first advantage. In addition, warthogs often move in small groups. In the Masai Mara ecosystem, one of the most formidable opponents crocodiles encounter is the African buffalo. A large, powerful species with a tightly organized herd structure. An adult buffalo can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. With curved horns nearly 3 feet long, capable of inflicting serious injury when counterattacking. These features force crocodiles to approach with caution. The elephant is the largest land animal. An adult can reach a height of up to 13 feet and weigh more than 15,000 pounds. A mass capable of crushing any predator in a direct collision. Although it does not have claws or fangs, the elephant possesses powerful weapons. Its long tusks and strong musculature form an effective barrier against threats. The trunk, both flexible and powerful, can be used to knock down or throw intruders. In addition, its large ears help dissipate heat and enhance communication among herd members. The greatest strength of the elephant lies not only in its physical power, but also in its herd coordination. When moving, the herd maintains a tight formation, especially when calves are present. The largest individuals often take positions on the outer edges. Ready to respond to any danger near the river. Beyond physical power, elephants are notable for their intelligence and exceptional memory. According to a study published in Wildlife Ecology Journal in 2023, elephants can remember migration routes for many years. They can also recognize and remember each individual in the herd. This memory maintains group cohesion, allowing the herd to move efficiently and adapt to unexpected situations. When danger arises, the herd responds quickly and collectively. The largest elephants will return to protect calves or weaker individuals. An adult can stomp forcefully, shake its body, and produce alarm calls. Beyond their role as the largest land animals, African forest elephants have a measurable impact on the ecosystems they travel through. When searching for water or food, they often use their tusks and trunks to break trees, dig into the soil, or snap large branches. This behavior appears to serve only their own needs, but in reality, it creates significant changes in the landscape. Depressions formed when elephants dig or trample the ground become basins that collect rainwater. Over time, these water holes develop into ideal shelter and breeding sites for many species, including insects, amphibians, and small fish. According to 2024 data from the African Ecology Research Center, water holes created by elephants help increase the survival rate of crocodile eggs. Although there is no direct mutual relationship, the indirect influence of elephants helps diversify the local food chain. Importantly, this role is not intentional. However, the elephant's daily movement and resource-seeking behavior inadvertently create environments where other species can thrive. Elephants affect not only the terrestrial habitat, but also help maintain ecological balance in wetland areas. In the waters of the Mara River, the Nile crocodile is not the sole dominant presence. It shares its habitat with a formidable rival, the hippopotamus. As the third largest land animal, after the elephant and the rhinoceros, the hippo can weigh up to 700 pounds and reach nearly 13 feet in length. With this size, hippos are not only neighbors, but also a force capable of controlling large stretches of the riverbank. The relationship between crocodiles and hippos is complex. In the same environment, both species must adjust their behavior to avoid unnecessary conflict. One of the hippo's most dangerous weapons is its jaw, which can open to an angle of 105 degrees. When fully opened, it exposes canine teeth up to 20 inches long, tools designed not for feeding, but for fighting and intimidation. Although they do not actively hunt crocodiles, a sudden gape from an adult hippo is enough to make most crocodiles retreat immediately. Crocodiles typically avoid approaching hippo groups, especially when calves are present. Once a mother hippo senses danger, her defensive response is rapid and forceful. Instead of fleeing, she positions her massive body between the calf and the crocodile, ready to drive the predator back. A hippo group can contain up to 30 individuals, with the dominant male maintaining strict territorial control. If a crocodile moves too close, it can trigger an intense reaction, ranging from loud bellows and splashing water to forceful charges that can cause injury. Hippo movement in the water also has a positive ecological effect. As they move or rest submerged, they stir up sediment from the riverbed, releasing organic matter and nutrients. Additionally, with their preference for long periods submerged, hippos help control aquatic vegetation density. Along the banks of the Mara River, the olive baboon, also known as the Anubis baboon, is not only a common primate species, but also a disciplined and organized force in a high-risk wilderness. They live in large troops, with each group containing more than 150 individuals, functioning as a tightly structured hierarchy. Within this structure, the role of the dominant male is clear. It is the individual that usually leads the troop, controls movement positions, and acts as the first observer and responder when a threat appears. Below the leadership tier are female alliances, close-knit groups that support each other during internal disputes or when protecting the young. The strength of the baboon lies not in physical power, but in collective alertness and rapid response. The alpha male often positions itself at a high vantage point, serving as a living watchtower. Adult males have sharp canine teeth and can launch counterattacks. They also use the terrain, especially low tree branches or large rocks, to gain an advantage. Some individuals climb higher ground and throw stones, branches, or hard objects to block the crocodile's approach. The weakness of the troop lies in the young and in individuals separated from the group. Even with strong defensive organization, a single small individual outside the group's protection faces a much higher risk of crocodile attack. This makes maintaining formation and assigning defensive roles essential for survival. The defensive behavior of the olive baboon shows that this is not a primate species easily subdued. They combine observation, group organization, and strategic reaction to confront dangerous predators. Although they lack claws or superior body mass, their intelligence and group cohesion make baboons an effective defense line along some of Africa's most dangerous riverbanks. Their presence not only enriches the Mara's wildlife community, but also demonstrates how primates can maintain survival status through unity and adaptation, rather than brute strength. From July to October, the Mara River becomes the focal point of one of the largest wildlife events on the planet. Millions of herbivores, including wildebeests, zebras, and gazelles, leave the Serengeti grasslands and cross the Mara River in search of new feeding grounds in the Masai Mara. To reach the opposite bank, they must face a true survival challenge. This strategy is both simple and effective. Instead of competing in speed, the crocodile exploits weaknesses in the prey's behavior, panic, disorganization, and carelessness during the crossing. Statistics show that mortality rates at crossing points can reach 10 to 15%, with the majority caused by crocodile ambushes. Although solitary for most of the year, crocodiles cooperate when a large prey animal is captured. One holds the victim, while others bite different parts of the body. They take turns performing the death roll, breaking the carcass into manageable pieces so each individual gets a share. At the Mara River crossing points, where the water separates the Serengeti from the Masai Mara, the battle for survival intensifies each year. Danger comes not only from the crocodiles hidden beneath the surface, but also from the panic and crushing pressure within the herd itself. At peak moments, thousands of animals may surge to the river's edge in minutes. Pushed from behind, the leading individuals leap into the fast current. Not all will reach the opposite bank. Within hours, hundreds can be taken by crocodiles or drown after being trampled. However, the herds are not defenseless. When numbers are large enough, collective behavior gives them a distinct advantage. Massive flows of animals entering the river create chaotic currents, making it harder for crocodiles to single out a target. A few seconds of hesitation can mean a missed opportunity for the predator. During the arduous migration across the Mara River, Burchell's zebras often take the lead role. Although they do not outnumber wildebeests, zebras possess distinctive traits that make them an effective vanguard force. Currents and the threat of Nile crocodile attacks, caution is their greatest advantage. Before crossing, zebras rarely act alone. They wait until enough individuals gather to form a large group, creating synchronized movement and making it harder for crocodiles to single out a specific target. This is one of their clearest risk reduction strategies. Strength comes not from an individual, but from equal numbers and tight organization. Another important trait of zebras is the ability to recognize each other by vocal calls and the unique stripe patterns on their bodies. In the chaos of crossing, this recognition helps them maintain formation, avoiding separation or collisions common in other species. Maintaining herd structure in a dangerous environment is a key factor that increases their survival rate. This is a deliberate process, showing advanced risk assessment and collective coordination. The zebra's body structure is also a significant asset during river crossings. With a stable stance, strong legs, and good swimming ability, they are less likely to be swept away by the current. When in danger, they can react quickly, change direction, or use the current to accelerate. These abilities are especially useful in avoiding sudden strikes from crocodiles. However, zebras are not invulnerable. If one is attacked, the herd does not return to assist. Instead, the remaining members use the crocodile's distraction to cross faster. This is a harsh but highly practical survival choice. Not stopping ensures the herd maintains momentum and minimizes further losses. In many cases, zebras choose to cross alongside wildebeests. The two species differ greatly in reflexes. Wildebeests rush into the water by herd instinct, while zebras move more slowly and observe their surroundings. When combined, the chaos created by wildebeests helps distract crocodiles, while the caution of zebras aids in finding safer crossing points. Both species benefit from this coordination. However, zebras also have limitations. Their speed in water is not as high as that of some smaller antelope species. Still, in the journey across one of Africa's most dangerous rivers, zebras play an irreplaceable role. They are not only capable of assessing threats, but also of using the strength of herd cohesion to improve the survival chances of the entire group. With caution, organization, and superior observation skills, zebras deserve recognition as a resilient vanguard in Africa's Great Migration. In the harsh Mara ecosystem, the lion dominates the land. Weighing up to 550 pounds, they are the largest carnivores on the savanna. The thick, dark mane of the male lion serves not only for recognition, but also as a natural layer of protection during fights. However, the lion's true strength lies not in size or appearance, but in strategy and collective power. A typical pride includes 10 to 15 individuals, with lionesses carrying out most of the hunting. They work in coordination to ambush large, highly alert hoofed animals such as wildebeests or zebras. Male lions, although less involved in hunting, play an essential role in protecting the pride, defending territory, and securing kills from rivals such as hyenas, leopards, or outsider lions. Tension rises when a carcass lies near the riverbank. Crocodiles, the rulers of the water, rarely miss the chance to compete for such a valuable food source. If a carcass is left near the water's edge, a crocodile will approach and attempt to drag it into the river, where it holds the advantage. However, lions do not give up easily. With numbers and coordination on their side, a pride will confront the threat to keep their kill. Encounters between these two top predators often begin with warning displays, growling, baring teeth, and stepping closer. Sometimes this is enough for one side to withdraw. If neither yields, the conflict can escalate. In such situations, terrain becomes the deciding factor. Crocodiles possess immense bite force and deadly ambush skills in the water. On land, especially far from the river, they lose their advantage. According to the African Wildlife Conservation Organization's 2024 data, the relationship between lions and crocodiles is not solely competitive. But also plays a role in maintaining ecological balance. Both hunt herbivores such as antelopes, zebras, and buffalo. Their coexistence creates a natural control on prey populations, preventing overgrazing and habitat degradation. In the Masai Mara, the presence of lions and crocodiles forms a two-tiered ecological structure, land and river, where each species holds a key role in stabilizing the food chain. Whether in confrontation or avoidance, their relationship remains an essential part of the survival cycle on the African savanna. In the predator hierarchy of the African savanna, the spotted hyena ranks second only to the lion in influence. Weighing between 88 and 176 pounds, it is the largest species in the hyena family. And lives in clans that can include up to 80 individuals. This social structure gives it exceptional advantages in strategy and organization. Contrary to the common belief that hyenas only scavenge, this species is capable of both solitary and cooperative hunting. It prefers long-distance chases over ambush, relying on endurance and coordinated teamwork. With group tactics, hyenas can bring down large prey such as wildebeests, African buffalo, and even elephant calves when conditions are favorable. One of the hyena's most formidable weapons is its bite force, measured at around 100 psi, nearly twice that of a lion. This bite can crush even large bones. This allows the hyena to consume nearly every part of its prey, including hard materials that many other carnivores leave behind. This ability makes it one of the most efficient consumers among predatory animals. Although it is an effective hunter, the hyena is also a master opportunist. It often follows lions, leopards, or crocodiles to steal kills or feed on leftovers. When it detects a carcass, it rarely approaches alone, instead bringing the clan, using its numbers to force other predators to retreat. While they are skilled hunters, hyenas also perform a vital role as scavengers. Their ability to digest bone and other hard tissue allows them to remove rotting carcasses from the environment. This helps prevent the spread of disease and supports ecological balance. In many cases, the remains left after lion kills or failed crocodile hunts are completely consumed by hyenas. The hyena's role in the ecosystem is not just supplementary but essential. It serves as an intermediate link between apex predators and decomposers. Each time it appears, the hyena is not only a hunter but also a survival equation, solved through timing, clan coordination, and situational adaptation. The Masai Mara is not only the land of antelope herds, ambushing crocodiles, or hunting lions. It is also where humans and nature are continuing to shape the story of survival together. The Maasai community, once solely the keepers of tradition, has become an integral part of the modern conservation network. They no longer just live near nature, but actively protect it. When engaged and empowered, local people not only preserve their heritage, but also help restore ecosystems that were once under serious threat. Tourism, if unmanaged, can create pressure. However, when organized responsibly, it becomes a resource for nature conservation. From creating jobs and raising awareness to limiting encroachment, ecotourism is proving that development and conservation can coexist. The Masai Mara still stands, but its future is not self-determined. It depends on the actions of governments, conservation organizations, local communities, and every visitor who comes here.